Welcome back, Constant Reader. Tonight we are celebrating the release of the latest Stephen King novel, Holly. And what better way to celebrate than presenting a top 6 list of our book club's favorite novels starring that delightfully eccentric investigator, Holly Gibney. This ranking is derived from something very non-scientific, our little community channel survey, and a lot of comments over the last week on our channel. And before we get to that top 6 list, let's present the books in chronological order. That way, if you've never read the series before, you'll know where to begin. And for the most part in this video, I'm going to try to avoid as many spoilers as possible. First, we have Mr. Mercedes, published in 2014. A year later came Finders Keepers. And in 2016, End of Watch arrived in bookstores, completing what is known as the Bill Hodges trilogy. But Holly Gibney returned in King's thriller The Outsider, and then in the novella If It Bleeds. And now, in 2023, Holly Gibney is not just the leading character in a novel, but she has a book named in her honor. So without further ado, let's get to our list. At number 6, End of Watch. It's perhaps not the best sign that the last book in a trilogy ranks the lowest on our list, but my theory is that End of Watch scored unfavorably among many constant readers because it retreads familiar territory and characters, albeit in a very new way. And there's a lot of sad moments. Number 5, Finders Keepers, the second in the Bill Hodges trilogy. A fun middle novel filled with one of King's favorite subjects, aside from horror, writing about writers. And myself, speaking as a writer and an English instructor, I loved all that stuff. Coming in at number 4, If It Bleeds, a shorter, rather explosive follow-up to the creature feature tale of The Outsider. This novella doesn't waste any time as Holly and her friends are hot on the proverbial trail, getting into trouble in record time. This might be lower on the list because some of the elements are a little bit derivative of the earlier novel, The Outsider. All right, now we are getting to the top 3, and I think Mr. King would be pleased to see that the book club has placed Holly on the bronze medal podium. Because it takes place during COVID and because we meet characters that are pro and anti masks, vaccines, certain presidents, you name it, some people are going to hate this book simply because of the political backdrop, and some people might love it because of that. Stephen King unabashedly loves this character, and many readers, myself included, are charmed if not smitten by Holly. Plus, there are some Swiftian villains in this one, making this book a must-read for Stephen King fans. But isn't every Stephen King book a must-read for Stephen King fans? Okay, let's go on to number 2, The Outsider. This was a close race for the number 1 spot, but coming in second is The Outsider. I don't want to give anything away for those who haven't read it yet, but I will say that this book is weird and creepy, and it is a wild ride, and our supporting character, Holly Gibney, gets to show off one of her talents. She is an amazing movie buff, and I love how much she quotes from films. All right, now we are ready for number 1, Mr. Mercedes, the book that started this whole series. It is an addictive page-turner featuring one of King's best mental battles, a virtual chess match between good and evil. And Holly Gibney is first introduced to us as a shy, insecure, introverted woman in her early 40s. Yet there's a strength underneath, just waiting for a chance to show itself. She is a tormented soul that is looking for her family. Not her biological family. She's looking for her tribe. She's looking for the people that will love her. And when you look past all the spooky, creepy, mystery stuff, that's really what this book series is about. Holly making connections with people that love her and people she loves. So, Mr. Mercedes marks the beginning of this beautiful friendship between Holly and Bill Hodges, as well as millions of constant readers. Thank you for watching and listening to our top 6 list of Holly Gibney books. Please leave a comment and tell us about your favorite Holly Gibney moment, or just tell us which is your favorite book from this series.